We should be going live at any minute.
Looks like Twitch just twitched over there.
Twitch just twitched for us.
Yep. So I better mute it out.
Live streaming
We're
with
live
Russ.
over on YouTube as of right now. So
Hey,
good
Beth.
evening and welcome to Let's Talk Shop with Russ. Good to have y'all all out there. I'm opening up the chat. Path 1961. Let's Talk Shop is out there in on YouTube. James Parker,
Hey, Pat.
Leonard Davis. All those people are popping up over there on YouTube. Good to see you. We have Mr. Steve Good on tonight, and he's our guest. He's going to be he put out, if you get his email every day, he put out a little email. He's got a little contest going on, so we'll let him talk about that. I thought it was pretty cool. So what do you call those little guys?
Acrobats.
Acrobats, yeah. It's
And they're
acrobats.
not my idea, by the way. They're
Yeah, I know they're. I've seen them around, but that's pretty cool. Your design and then having that contest. So
Just in time for the pallet challenge.
you came here for the pallet challenge?
No, you can make them out of pallet wood.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. yeah, you could. You can make them out of pallet wood.
I'm gonna win. Why are people even bothering?
Aussie Man is out there. Rick St. Louis. Good to have all y'all. So great. First, let me talk about my sponsors, and they are Devobal Technologies. For web design, development, hosting, visit devobal.com. FastCap, innovative products for the professional woodworker. Go to fastcap.com. Rockler, 60 years in woodworking. Create with confidence. Visit rockler.com. Bearwood Supply Company, your best choice.
I'm gonna win. Why are people even bothering?
Go to bearwood.com. Klingsmore, the sanding specialist. Woodworkingshop.com. Seiko, the scroll saw specialist. Seiko.com and Scrollnado. Dust collection for your scroll saw. You can find them on Amazon. And we will have our people introduce themselves, our panel. So, Brenda, you can go first.
Thank you. I'm Brenda G. Brenda G's Designs. You find me almost any place on the internet if you look for Brenda G's Designs. I have a YouTube channel where I do comedy and crafts, and I do a live stream on Thursday nights with Matt Haas called Mind Equals Blown, and I generally do giveaways there, and we do mind-blowing facts on that show and a lot of shenanigans. So if you want to join us on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. for some fun, that's where you'll find us.
Great. Paul.
Paul Corliss, Paul's Messy Workshop on YouTube, on Instagram, and sometimes on .com. Here on Saturday nights. And if you happen to be out and about and you see a guy wearing this shirt, chances are it's me.
But you never leave the house.
I don't. I am very, very seldom. Very seldom. And then only with a mask. And
Then
gloves.
we know who you are.
And gloves and glasses.
Yeah. Well, I can't see without those. So
Okay. Al.
I'm Al Forte, Kilroy79763 on Twitch, 2 p.m. on Sundays. You can find me, Kilroy79763, all over the place. Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Yes.
Give it up, Al.
Jim.
Dang it!
As stated in the title, Jim Bashirs from Driveway Workshop, and started stripping some pallets down today for the challenge. Hope a bunch of people can jump in on that and make whatever you see fit to publish on YouTube.
Lighter works great.
Me too. I hope we have a lot of people this year, and I hope the sponsors come through. I'm working on them right now. With this pandemic going on, a lot of them are hurt financially, I know, and so I'm just hoping and praying that we can get enough to have some good prizes for everybody that enters. So I don't see a problem with everybody entering because you haven't got nothing else to do. You got to stay at home. You're quarantined. So
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'll be in it this year.
Cool. Matt.
Hi, everyone. Matt Haas. I have several YouTube channels. I live stream Monday, 7 p.m. on my All Things YouTube channel. Find All Things YouTube on the YouTube, and I'll tell you what's new and different. And maybe talk about the course that I launched, 32 videos for free. You can get it at allthingsyoutube.com. That's right. It's on my website, not on YouTube. Free video, free training. Go join up. Who doesn't want that? And shout out to one of your sponsors, Russ Klingspor. Mike, he's a friend around the community. He ripped a part off of a tool on the showroom floor because it was out of stock worldwide. You know, it's hard to get some certain things in the mail. And he's like, you know what? I got you. So hashtag not sponsored, but thank you, Klingspor, for hooking me up with that display model part off of a tool.
Did it come with a warranty?
I don't even care, you know.
All right,
I'm just glad to have it because I'm going to finish my pallet challenge with this part. So I'm psyched to have it. And I did publish a video on awesome wood things. That's my other channel. Hopefully later in the show, I can share a little bit about what I did with a collab with a new maker. There's a new maker running around the community. I'd like to introduce everyone to that. So
get him on here some night.
Pardon me?
Get him on here some night.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He seems like a real nut too. He'd fit right in.
I know, right? Come on.
Get him on here, invite him, and go ahead and set the date. All you need to do is just PM me his name, YouTube channel, and the date Saturday you got him set up for, and put it in that our PM for everybody so that everybody can see it.
Sure, I'm all over it. Thank you. I'll invite him. Hopefully he can make it. Just
to say this, my daughter is out there and her
Amber Knowles.
Yeah, chat over on Facebook.
Yeah.
And she said, "Happy early birthday, Dad. Love you."
Happy early birthday.
Yep. Guess whose birthday it is tomorrow?
Let me guess.
Tomorrow's your birthday.
Yep, sure is. Chris, before I forget you.
Yeah, he always managed to do that. Chris from the Old Cranky Workshop, soon to be from Cape Coral, Florida. It's decided we are moving the end of September. So
awesome.
Movers are all set up. The vehicles are being trucked down. So you'll find me there under a palm tree with a margarita in hand.
Great.
But until then, you'll find me on YouTube and Facebook. So,
great.
And I'm toying with the idea of changing the name of the shop. So I'm thinking Southern Yankee Woodworks.
Southern Yankee Woodworks.
Oh, I thought you were going to change it to Not Cranky Workshop.
Well, if I'm retired, I ain't going to be cranky, that's for sure.
The wood shop formerly known.
Change it to I'm Not Cranky Anymore Workshop.
It's going to be Southern Cranky Yankee Workshop.
The Cranky Yankee.
We'll see.
Yankees are northern.
Or change it to the Yankee in Florida.
That's the problem. I'm a Sox fan. I really should not use the term Yankee.
Yankee. Oh.
So.
Okay. All right.
Especially when we're moving close to Fort Myers, so I can go see the Sox play at spring training.
Cool.
Anyways,
I'm a Tampa Bay Rays fan, so.
Someone has to be. And by the way, Pallet Challenge. I'm challenging you all. You all watching, you all on Twitch. Come on, take me on, knock me down. Let's go. I'm sponsoring the first time entry this year. So if you've been gun shy because you see all the wonderful works going on, jump in. Don't be afraid. Your chance at winning something.
Just before I get to Steve, Gary Woods is also watching us over on Facebook. So Gary, if you'd like to make a comment, we are watching that over there too.
You know, somebody out there said that they don't know what to do or what to make. I've got an idea for you. Take a pallet apart, and Steve Good right there has got, or somewhere there, has got some awesome patterns.
Yeah, he does.
Roll saw, use a coping saw. Simple stuff. You can do it. Enter.
Point people to Steve's website all the time.
I do too. Amber put on there Mason.
Do any of them still talk to you, Matt?
Mason said Papa is wearing his Santa clothes because you're wearing your red shirt. Okay. It's not quite my Santa outfit. Dave Hart is over there on Twitch watching us. Good to have you, Dave.
There you
Glad
go.
you're over
Steve,
there.
right there.
Let's see. Aussie Man's out there. Michelle Marcoux, Mr. Doughboy, 356, James Parker, Leonard Davis, Amber Knowles.
Mr. Doughboy used an emoji I never saw before.
Still trying to go back up through. So once we get started on Steve, he'll never shut up, so I won't be able to do this anymore.
Oh, I posted Steve Good's URL to the catalog.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so we have Steve Good on tonight. How you been?
I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out soon. No,
Yeah.
I've been great. Thanks for having me on, Russ. I'm Steve Good. You can find me at Scroll Saw Workshop. And just another shout out to your sponsor, Russ, Klingspor. Some of the nicest people I've ever worked for or with, and their products are incredible.
Yeah,
I use a lot of
great. Thank you.
sanding mops, and they're about the only place where you can get a good sanding mop. So if you use those, theirs are the best.
Yes. And there's sandpaper. I mean, I really never paid that much attention until I met Mike and Klingspor actually and went to the Klingspor extravaganza. And I bought one of those big boxes of the remnants and brought it home. I can't wear that crap out.
Yep. Lasts forever.
Yeah, it does. So
when I make my own sanding mops out of high quality sandpaper, I get maybe 2 or 3 weeks out of them. I can buy those mops from Klingspor, which now they're not cheap, but keep in mind that the ones I make myself last 2 weeks. When I buy the ones from Klingspor, they last a year.
Yeah.
And I don't buy cheap sandpaper to make my own. It's high quality sandpaper, but whatever they do, it's awesome.
Yeah, they're really good, really good. I'm trying to, and he's been promising me that he's coming on the show. He was scheduled to come on, but his wife stopped him because yeah, he's remodeling, I think his kitchen, I think is what he told me. And she told him he had to finish something before he could come on the show. So you think I'm kidding? I'm not, because I said, well, when you come back on? He goes, after I finish the kitchen. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But he has said he would be on the show one night. I got to get with him and see if he's finished that damn kitchen. So I get your emails every day, and you sent out your last email, I believe it was, or the one before, but it has your little acrobat men. So, but not only you had the little acrobat men, and but you started a contest. So tell us about that.
I did. Hang on just a second, and I'll screen share so you can see it. Instead of just me talking about it. Let's see if I can find it.
Hey, Jimbo made one of Steve's patterns today.
James Parker?
Yep.
Yeah.
James Parker.
Yeah.
Jimbo.
Tell me when my screen share's up.
You got it.
Neat.
It's there.
It's up.
This is a real simple little quick contest. I really don't expect a whole lot of entries. So if you do enter, you probably got a pretty good chance of winning. And again, this is not my idea. These are just these little acrobats you see all over the web, and they're just stackable. And it's fun to try to come up with different ways to stack them, upside down, right side up, whatever. And what I'm doing is I'm just doing a quick contest because there's so many families that are still stuck at home, looking for something to do and trying to keep the kids from getting bored and everything. So I thought I would pick out a nice little board game. And in this case, it's this shuffleboard / curling. It's a double-sided board game. And just to give the family something to do, while they're still stuck at home. And so it's just real simple. You just have to make a set of these, or 2 sets, or however many you want, and have your children stack them up in either interesting or tall stacks. And then my wife's going to pick the top 10. And then from those top 10, I'll just pick a random winner. And I'm just going to let her pretty much judge it on what she thinks is creative or fun, or whoever pays her the most money or whatever. No,
The
no
check is
real
in the
big
mail.
time
Check's in the
rules, or,
mail.
you know, nothing too official, just something fun to do. And
Well,
I've got it set up to where it's a real quick contest. It's going to end on the 8th because, again, I didn't give very much warning for this, and I actually don't anticipate too big of an entry just because it is so quick. But that's what I'm doing. And again, it mostly just came out of, I know how my wife and I feel sitting here, you know, more than we've ever sat in our house, and you get bored. You're looking for things to do.
Yep.
And I just thought maybe it could be something that the families could do. Maybe the father or the grandfather or the grandmother can cut these out for their children and then just give it to them and, you know, let them build them and take pictures of them. So anyway, that's what I've got going on with the contest.
Great.
Sounds like somebody could make those out of pallet wood. Hint, hint.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that could be your pallet wood challenge.
Yeah, I don't care how you make them. If you cut them on a laser, CNC, scroll saw, you know, by hand, I don't care how you do it. Doesn't matter.
We have Rich Bagby over on Facebook, and he says, been an email sub to Steve for a couple of years and love your patterns and information.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I had an email from a guy the other day that subscribed to my blog in, let's see, I think it was June of 2007. And I only started in May of 2007. So he's been getting those newsletters for 13 plus years.
Wow.
So that was kind of cool.
Aussie Man wants to know if you're if the Klingspor gold that they make their mop from. Do you know if that's the sandpaper they're using?
That sounds familiar. Let me see if I can look.
Okay, he was asking that.
Yeah, whatever they do, I mean, I'm sure there's no miracles to it, but whatever they do, they last a long time.
Yeah,
Steve,
I think
do you get that mat that's already, or that mop that's already made in like the center of its resin, or do you get the kind where you put the different layers on the mandrel?
Put the different layers on a mandrel.
Okay, because
the other ones are too stiff.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. And you can't get down inside of it like you could on a flopper one.
Right. And the reason I make my own is because it's, 50 times cheaper to make your own. But there are two problems with that is one, I've got a pattern that I cut the strips out of, but you'll go through 5 or 10 scroll saw blades cutting through that sandpaper because it dulls them in seconds. And wow. If you try to make a stack of them, of maybe a quarter or a half an inch tall, you almost can't cut them with a scroll saw. So then you've either got to take your scissors and cut all the slots in them or, some other X-Acto knife. So they're making them is a pain in the butt anyway. But these ones at Klingspor, like I say, they're not cheap, but they work so well that I've just about convinced myself to stop making them, especially since I like this company so well because they do so much for the community.
Oh, they do. They do a lot for the community, a lot.
Yeah, the first time investment on those is kind of stiff, but
here's a link to all the mops that Klingspor does.
Portal Woodworks, David is out there. Hi, how are you doing tonight?
I'm gonna admit, I never heard of the mop.
Here they are on my screen. If you can see my screen, and if you look, these little strips right here, they have a hole which your mandrel goes through.
You're not sharing it.
You're not sharing.
Oh, hang on a second.
Is it the MM630?
Hang on, I'll show you. Tell me when I'm sharing.
Yeah, we are.
You are sharing.
There are these strips right here. You can get them in different grits, and they go on a mandrel that you mount on. You can put them on your drill press or on a grinder, anything that's got a motor that spins at not too high of an RPM. I think 1750 is where you want to be at max. I have a variable speed grinder that I put them on. And then they've got these little slots cut in them, and you put them back to back, and it probably takes 35 or 40 of them to make a nice big mop. And they will sand a contour faster and easier than just about anything I've ever used. I use them on every project because I use them to get the fuzz off the back of a pattern, to ease over edges. They're just awesome the way they work.
I'll have to look into it once we get down to Florida. Cool.
Yeah, they are nice. I've got them.
See, this guy's using them on a hand drill.
Yep.
And I do have other options for chucking up. I've got an option to chuck it up into a wood lathe.
So you can put it on wood lathe too.
Yeah.
You can mount it, mount one of the other arbors in.
That looks nice.
Number 2 looks fantastic.
Yeah, they
Come on,
work.
use it. I want to see it in operation.
Yeah, he's not using the tool. Come on.
Come on.
There he
you go.
goes.
Oh, cool.
So they
Yeah,
use
they
the
work very
edge.
nice.
It'd be funny if the bowl flew off and broke on him or something.
Yeah.
when you're turning them, you know?
That
No,
is one thing about these mops. You know, usually when you approach the mop, you're going to put your piece under the bottom front edge of the mop because it'll be turning towards you. And if you get that piece turned just in the right direction, that mop will take your piece and throw it all the way across the room.
Yes.
You have to learn the technique of how to use them.
Yes, you do.
Takes a little practice, but you can take even delicate fretwork, and as long as you approach the mop in the right way, you can sand very delicate stuff with it. You just have to not get it in that, I don't know what you would call it. There's a certain zone where if you get it in, the mop wants to grab
I
it.
call it you get it in a bind.
Yeah, exactly.
You get it in a bind, and yeah, it'll snatch that thing right out of your hands.
But if you've never used one of these sanding mops, do yourself a favor and get one because they're awesome. But it's like he was saying, the initial cost is the big thing because you got to buy the mandrel and all that stuff. I'm trying to see where the mandrel is. They don't show it on here.
What grit sandpaper is it? Is it different?
Different grits. You just order the ones you want.
There's
Which
the
ones
1
are
inch
pretty-
right there, Steve, at the top. There's the 1 inch at the top. They make a 1 inch and a 2 inch.
Yeah,
And
right.
there's the 1 inch, and it's $44.95 for the starter kit.
Gag.
Right. Again, they're not cheap, but when you can buy these and get them to last a year,
Yeah.
you know, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
I went. You're right, because I've made my own, and they'll last for 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm making another one.
Yep, exactly.
So, yeah, and I went to these, and it was like all the difference in the world.
How big of, or what grit do you use on yours, Steve?
I have 120 on mine.
120?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of those big flop discs that have the resin in the center, and I bought I think it's a 220 or a 240. And
Yeah.
it's nice, but the tips wear out on it too fast.
Most of the ones you buy that call themselves sanding mops are so hard that they'll literally just cut a groove in your piece as soon as you put it up there.
Right.
Yeah, I can't use it on
Really
fret
soft.
work.
Right.
The only other one that I found that is good, does not do that, and that is, I think isn't it the sand flea sanding mop?
I've got one of those too.
Yeah, but
They're a
did you
little
know-
more expensive. They're a little more expensive, but
I searched everywhere and couldn't find one. I don't know, it was 2 or 3 years ago. Maybe it's been longer than that. But anyway, I finally found them, of all place was Sears
Oh, really?
Craftsman. Yes, they carried those. And since I couldn't find them, they were on sale at Sears Craftsman. I ordered like 3 of them at one time. So I've had them all the years, but they're only, I wanted to experiment and have something else. So that's the reason I tried the Klingspor one also.
Hey guys, the dude I mentioned in my intro just joined the chat. Maker 238 Deloach. Welcome.
Oh,
hey, Maker.
Great.
Hey, buddy. Welcome aboard. Now
Can I
we're
show that
watching you.
video?
Here, I'm going to screen share again. Here's the RJR Studios, the people that make the sand flea,
Right.
and they sell their mops also. Let's see
Yes.
if I can find them. And these are good people too. These are really nice people. It's a small company, and this sand flea I've got one of them. It's an awesome product, but it's really expensive.
Yes.
But here's their sanding mops, and they're $38.95 for the 4-inch.
Right.
And
That's-
I think they sell a 6-inch one too. Oh, yeah, there it
I
is.
have the 4-inch.
Yeah, I've got one of each, but
Now, will Klingspor's replacement sandpaper work on that mandrel?
Yes, they will.
Yeah. yeah,
Oh, cool.
Yes, they will.
See, that's not a bad price for you trying it out.
RJR Studios. Where's
Yeah.
my pen?
Almost $2 just to try it. That little heartburn with that.
and I'm not real sure what the difference in these two mops are. These ones where they're all curled up versus I've always used these flat sheets. They end up looking like this after a few weeks anyway. So
Exactly. So I don't know what the difference is, but this one, the 4-inch pre-assembled finishing mop, $38.95 is what I ordered a few years ago.
right.
And it works fantastic. Actually, what I did, I had an old
Write that
half-inch
down.
drill that the bearings were going bad in, and so I just stuck it in there and took a cable tie and tied the trigger on all the time and put an off and on, like on your scroll saw. So I could just walk up to, I had it locked into a vise. I could just walk up and push my foot and sand the object.
Yeah.
And it worked. That old drill lasted for another 2 years, even though the bearings were going out in it, because the sanding mop wasn't putting that much pressure on it. So it just kept right on going.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Maker 238 Deloach. Glad you are out there in the chat. I appreciate it. You want to take, can we take a couple of minute break, Steve, and let Matt? Go ahead, Matt, since he's out there.
Yeah, well, on my Awesome Wood Things channel, I did a collab with Maker 238 Deloach, and his video is on YouTube. I have it called up here. I'll share my screen. I think I'm sharing.
Put it in the chat for you.
Yeah, you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
So here's his video. He has me in the little iPhone. He sees my problem and made me a blacksmith iron hook for my.
Ooh, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Really?
Here he is smashing it on his anvil, which he made this anvil out of a railroad tie.
Yeah. He's got a nice video on his channel on it. That's really cool.
I like his little reheating.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Like
he doesn't have like
torch on the side. Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah,
he doesn't have like
perfect.
a big formal oven. I don't know what you call those, but
Forge, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an oven, it's a forge.
There. Is that blown up for you? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, it's just a can of
look at
propane jar.
I gotta
Wow.
figure that out. Ryan, you gotta teach me how to cobble one of those together. That's awesome. And he drills a hole in it, and then I get it and I unbox it. I don't know. It's cool. If you could drop the video link, if you could go give that a view and a share and comment,
I'll do it again. There it is, right there.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's already posted it out there in the chat. So
Twice.
He said he's blushing.
He's a good guy. I mean, obviously he's a skilled craftsman, and he's got some pretty wicked video skills too.
Yes, he did.
I mean, you put those two things together, and you got something on your hands there. I mean, I think he's going to go far.
Yeah, he said you don't need all that fancy stuff to make something. You just got to want to do it.
Yeah,
that's true.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
it's great. So go check out his channel.
You won't a picture of a blacksmith, it would look just like him.
Yeah, I know.
Don't want me to be
There you go.
Yeah, he does look the part. That's for sure.
Awesome.
That's not him.
No, that's the guy at the store.
I just wanted to point that out.
There he is.
Yes.
Yeah. He looks
that's
like
a blacksmith.
It's the village smithy.
Although I don't think they wore tank tops. I don't think they wore sandals and shorts. I think they had
the open-toed shoes. I was like, oh my gosh, he's wearing.
They had like pants and stuff to keep them from getting burned from the flying sparks and stuff when they're making something.
And they're leather too.
Yeah, leather.
Look how big that anvil is. I would love to have that anvil.
That's impressive.
He made it from a piece of railroad tie.
It may be zoomed up on it.
Now
I'll be the rail.
When I made mine though, all I did was get a piece of railroad tie.
Yeah.
Aren't they hard to find? You can't get a hold of railroad ties easily.
You gotta know somebody that works for the railroad, and if you know somebody that works for the railroad, which he happens to be in the family.
They know where the pile of abandoned rails are. So
or know where the railroad tracks are at. No,
I know.
That and a good
Push
metal
comes to
cut.
shove, they're all over the place, guys.
hey,
Just
it
put a
wasn't
torch
being
and go.
used when I took it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
His other video, he shows how he made that, and he went through grinding wheels. He went through a lot of them to shape that thing. Wasn't easy because I guess that's all hard and steel. But man,
He said he works in a foundry.
awesome.
Dave Hart says he has close to 200 subs. That's great. He looks like Dave Hart said he looks like ZZ Top.
Yeah, he does.
Hopefully we can get him on the show. He did say he'll come on the show sometime. So,
Okay,
and he
great.
appreciates the
201
offer.
subs now. I just
All
see.
right. I just got him to 204.
204. Look at that. Nice.
He said himself, whenever he said, we were talking about what he looked like, he said, or a dwarf from the Blue Mountain.
Oh, God.
Does he make cheese also?
He says my real job is in the foundry business. Okay.
Yeah.
I did blacksmithing once. It was a
Jim
lot of
says
fun.
Jim says you need a cutting torch and a railroad nearby, but you also need to make sure the train's not on the track when you cut it.
There was no train there when I took it. I'm good.
Exactly.
You know, you say that's kind of funny, but I got to tell you this little thing that really happened when I was in the fire department. I worked on that. I was on the hazmat team and high-rise rescue, but we had two guys get injured one night. There was a pipe going underneath a bridge that was exposed, you know, crossing a river, but it was like running along the side of the bridge or whatever. Well, in order to make methamphetamines, you need anhydrous ammonia. So they had the bright idea they were going to go out there and drill a hole in the side of this pipe and get them some anhydrous ammonia. Yeah.
Well, was that those kids in Riverdale or Riverside, Riverview?
Yeah,
them kids in Riverview.
Yeah, that didn't turn out too good for them. Trust me, that did not turn out too good for them at all. So, but I never will forget that taking a piece of the rail while the train's on it made me think about them two idiots out there boring a hole in the side of an anhydrous ammonia line that was running probably 300-400 psi. So
what am I looking at here?
look at his shop. He's got a nice big shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're sharing Ryan's channel. Yeah, nice.
He's a sick man. That shop is way too clean.
Wow, it is clean.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a lot cleaner than my shop.
Yeah, mine included.
No comment.
Yeah. What's wrong with it?
Well, we didn't expect yours to be clean.
Is that a handmade?
Looks like it.
Bandsaw?
Yeah, it looks like Matthias's.
Yep, it does, doesn't it?
A clean shop is a sign of a sick mind.
He'll fit right in here.
Right?
Pretty much.
Got a nice table saw. I like how his blue insert matches his blue blade.
And his blue shirt.
My next shop is going to have an assembly table like that with an outfeed table behind my saw.
Yeah. Mine needs something like that too.
I've
You
got
know what
one.
an outfeed table ends up being? A catch-all.
Yeah, well, it's better than the table saw being the catch-all.
Right now, if you saw my table saw, I can't even use it. It's a catch-all.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
you're totally right. It is a catch-all because
I can't even see mine.
that's where I put my stuff.
I've been in the process of remodeling
Mine's
my
kind of that way too.
So
You know he's a little bit crazy. He puts exclamation marks before words.
Got your attention, didn't it?
I've been in the process. We are totally wiping out the bathroom and redoing it. So much so that the new shower I'm put in had to have the plumbing moved. I was hoping to squeeze the shower in between the toilet and that didn't happen. So I had to move the toilet 10 inches over. So the sink's going in a different location. So it naturally had to move the plumbing for the sink. And along with that, since it's going to a different location, the outlet for the hairdryer or whatever my wife uses, I had to move the electric for that. Well, now the light won't line up, so I have to move the light over. So yeah, I
told you not to put the outlet in the shower. You wouldn't listen.
Yeah, it is a total bath. The only thing out of that bathroom we're going to salvage is the toilet. And the only reason is because it's almost brand new. I bought it a while back, and everything else is gone. It's
You know what? When you're doing a remodel job, there's really no reason to ever even make plans because they all change in the middle of the job.
Yeah. Well,
we did our bath. It was the
have
bathroom was supposed to be a new floor, new tub, new toilet, new sink. It also led into rebuilding the floor because it was collapsing into the basement, and rebuilding the back exterior wall behind the shower, and then putting a new window in. It went from a 15K project to 25K.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yuck. Wow.
Well,
Yep.
that's what you pay someone for. He knew what he was doing, and
Well, you see,
he did a lot faster than I would have done it.
This is going to cost me about $4,000, but I'm doing all the work. Yeah, I'm doing all, because the tub we're getting is like one of those freestanding bear claw or lion claw tubs. But
Those
it's
are
not only
nice.
that, it's a whirlpool. I did not know they made these.
Oh, it's not an old one then.
No,
Didn't know
it's
bears like to do whirlpool.
yeah, they love it. But I've never seen
Ba-dum-bum.
one that is actually a whirlpool. So I called the company and talked to them about it. The tub's a little taller than a normal tub, and the reason being is because the bottom, there's 4 or 6 inches of space in the bottom of the tub. That's where all the pump and everything is in the tub, actually in the tub. So my question, though, the reason I called the company was because I wanted to know if it had a heater. Because if you buy a whirlpool tub without a heater, it's worthless, because after 10 minutes of running, the cold water gets cold.
Yeah.
And it did not say in the instruction, anything I read about that it had a heater in it. And so I had to call the company to find out, and yet it does come with a heater. Now, you can't heat cold water to hot water, but if the water's hot, it'll maintain the temperature of that water.
Ours doesn't have a heater, and it's next to useless.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is leave the drain open and let the hot water run until you run out of hot water. That's all you can do.
Yep. Well, that's why I said
Yeah, fine.
I knew that myself from installing some of them over the years, and I would tell people if you don't buy it with a heater, I ain't putting it in. Okay, you're going to call me back and want me to come and put a heater, and I'm not installing the heater after this thing's already put in.
Right. See, we did ours. I wanted the original old cast iron clawfoot tubs.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been perfect with this house.
Yep.
But she who must be obeyed vetoed me. So she wanted to be able to resell the house, and she was right, but I really wanted that old school tub.
So Russ, if you have if you've got that freestanding clawfoot tub, where's all the mechanical stuff go?
Told you, it's in the tub.
It's just built into the tub?
It's built into the tub.
Okay.
So basically the bottom is really not the bottom, below
Yeah, the
that.
bottom is
Right.
If there's a space from the bottom of the tub to the outside bottom of the tub that's about 4 to 6 inches, and all the pump and everything's in there.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was answering stuff in the chat, so I wasn't paying attention.
So like I said, I called the company and talked to somebody, and because I had some questions that all their literature that I read, I went to their website, everything I read did not answer my questions. And so I called the company, and they were able to got with somebody, and they explained it to me big time. Said, yeah, it's actually the tub comes apart. So if it has to be serviced, it's not as hard as what you would think. And it comes with its own, it's similar to that. Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Nice.
Actually,
That thing's $1,700. Good gosh.
Yep.
Bathrooms are not cheap these days.
Yep. That's actually it.
It's cool looking, isn't it?
Yep. That's actually it. And it comes with all the faucet and everything already pre-plumbed and everything. All you have to do is hook it to the water and hook it to the drain. It comes with a drain and everything already put in the tub.
Easy peasy.
Yep. And it's 66.9 inches long.
It's deep too, isn't it?
Yes. But that's it. That's the one we're buying, or the one we've ordered.
Will it seat two?
Go back to
comfortably?
that where you can order it and click on it and see if you can order it, because I had to go through. This item
place to even click on it.
Yeah.
I was wondering how wide it was. That was what first came to mind.
I don't remember how wide it is off the top of my head.
Looks like just one person can do.
If you go down some, Steve, keep on going down. They should have a thing that has that's the bottom. Nope. See its specifications. Nope. Keep you going back. Down. Stop. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. On the right hand side, it says info and guides. Specification.
Yeah.
Down. There you go.
Specification. Yeah. There you go. It is
15.7.
No,
in the
it's
center?
31.5 of its widest point and 15.7 its narrowest point.
Right.
So you sit facing the drain then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do two people get in there?
I don't want to be in there with two people.
Depends on who the other one is.
You can get
Exactly.
If it was like Sandra Bullock, now that might be different.
You know Nancy watches this once in a while, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Every
I
once
do.
in a
And she
while.
also knows
Russ, you're in trouble already.
she also knows I love Sandra Bullock.
I'd never seen one of these before. That's actually awesome.
That is
It
pretty
is.
cool. Yeah.
And
Well,
got the,
we were looking
it's got
for
the,
we were
sprayer on top.
she wanted a Whirlpool tub. Oh no, I take that back. I wanted a Whirlpool tub. She wanted this claw tub. And I was sitting there, I just out of the sitting there, I just typed in claw foot, freestanding, Whirlpool tub, and boom, there's actually more than that one. That
You're a master
actually
It
Googler.
popped up.
Yeah, there's actually more than that one that is out there. Yes.
Oh, check out this bronze one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've seen those. Those are nice.
I run into all those, but none of those are Whirlpool.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Bronze is too hoity-toity.
Yeah, none of those are Whirlpool. And there's only two companies, this company that I got this one from, and there's one more other company that sells the actual tubs like the one you got. Now, I think what's pretty neat is the one has the center drain and the center faucet. Those
What's
are
the
pretty
benefit of that?
Just where your drain location is in your concrete floor, so you don't have to move it.
Right.
Aussie said if he and another person got in a tub like that, you put a cup of water in, it would overflow.
But
That would solve your water heating problem.
yes, I've saw that and I was like, no way. And I showed it to my wife and she fell in love with it. We're installing it so that the back that you would sit against is actually against the wall. The faucet's going to be out into the bathroom, so to speak. And because we're putting a TV in the bathroom so we can watch TV when we're sitting in the tub getting whirlpooled.
That thing's got to be heavy. You know what?
It's acrylic, so it might not be too heavy.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it's not.
don't know.
cast iron.
It's being shipped here straight to my house.
Doesn't say how heavy it is, but it can't be light.
No,
This is let me see this.
but it's not cast iron, is it?
No.
Oh, it's
Those
acrylic.
No, it's a composite
Oh.
material, like either fiberglass or
Yeah, it won't be that heavy then. Okay.
yeah.
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 Now
Can
the
you get it
old
through the
fashioned
door?
ones were cast iron.
Yeah,
Right.
Brenda, you're right. The old ones are the cast iron. Those are the ones I wanted, and I know where to get them. There's a place in Boston that has architectural antiques.
Right.
He's got to have 200 of them stacked behind his building,
Wow.
And I
and
think that place
they're
has
not
been
moving.
shown on this old house.
yeah, in fact, that's exactly the place they're talking about. And that stack has not been moving in a long time. The attractiveness is worn off.
Mhm.
So now he's stuck with all these tubs. So when we were doing the bathroom, I said, hey, I could probably go down here and talk him into a good deal. But nope, I got vetoed.
Hey, Russ, can you get that thing through the doorway? Or is it?
I don't know as of yet.
Ah,
What was the
okay.
size of it?
I'll
was-
say that no.
It
Jimmy
was
just
4
came
foot
up with
wide.
something he didn't think about.
Well, here's no. I've already thought about this. Here's
Okay.
the point. At this point, it doesn't matter. I'll tear the damn door out and put it back in.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
That's a video we got to see.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point because, like I said, pull that back up, Steve. Let's see what size.
Come on, I done got rid of all of it.
Come to think of it,
All right. Well, let me share something for a second. This is the sink that we are putting in our bathroom. This is the new sink we're doing.
I don't think I'd put too much more in that bathroom till
That's
you figure
nice.
out if you got to rip the door open.
Yeah, wait till the tub is in.
Well, actually, because of the way this sink sits, as if you can see it, you can see it, right?
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah, as of the way this sits, this and the tub have to be the last thing to go in after the floor is installed.
I guess.
Yeah.
How wide is your door, Russ?
I don't remember.
If you go in holding it level, it's 31.5
Average door?
inches, which I think will
Oh,
work.
you're good. You're
But
good.
if you can take the claw feet off, which I'm sure you probably
Yeah.
won't even come with them on it, then you're looking at a little less than that if you go in sideways.
What did you say? 31 what?
31.5.
All right, I'll be back. Give me a couple of seconds. Oh, let me stop screen sharing. So
And it's probably 34 inch, probably
31.5 inches.
It'll either be a 32, a 34, or if he's got a big door,
36.
probably
Yeah.
not. Inside doors normally aren't 36, but
Well, they
Usually
design
bathroom doors are either 30 or 32, aren't they?
All right.
see,
Well,
I'm wondering how wide my bathroom is. I'll be
Well,
right.
while he's gone, let's change the topic and say, who's talking about bathrooms?
Let's
Be a
go back.
30-inch door.
Let's let Steve start talking again. Since he's the guest, it's his show.
Okay, I want to talk about clawfoot whirlpools. If you guys,
Have you guys ever heard of those?
Never.
I never heard of it.
Not a whirlpool one, no.
No.
Yeah, I'm with Brenda. Never heard of them either. But I guess, they say if you can afford it, money makes anything happen.
You know, the thing that's funny, I don't think I've got a neighbor on my street that hasn't done a home improvement, thing in the last couple months. Everybody's out there doing stuff.
Well,
Pretty
they're
much every
home all the
house in our
time,
street.
you know?
Yeah.
Time to tear the house up. You're in there.
My main bathroom's 36, and this one over here is like 32 or 24.
Yeah, it'll fit.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but he seemed kind of worried. He didn't know.
yeah, he
He
did.
did. Yeah, he did.
So it's like,
He
shit,
sure
didn't
did.
think of that.
You know,
And
it's
then
weird
he-
though. We've only got one bathroom, and I was looking at house prices around the area, and for the same house that I've got, if you have two bathrooms in it, it's almost $30,000 more you can get for the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we're going to be putting a bathroom in the basement here.
Our realtor has already told us we're probably in the 450 market for our house
Yeah, we're
because of the reno bathroom and reno kitchen. So I just hope the inspector doesn't look at my plumbing jobs. It's not
Just
quite
cover
to
them up with
code.
drywall. You're good.
It all works. It's just not quite to code.
Just cover it up.
You
Yeah,
watch
that's
that
what
door be
inspectors
too
get.
small, and he's going to tell Nancy, now, that whirlpool tub that you insisted on is not going to fit through the door.
Here's the verdict. Uh-oh.
Is it 36, Russ?
Is he back yet? Oh, here he goes.
29.
34.
32.
24.
Drum-
It
drum
is.
roll,
It is
please.
1 inch short.
30.
Oh,
You're going to be okay though, Russ, because it's not going to come with the claw feet on it. You're going to turn it sideways and it's going to go through with no problem.
Well, even if it doesn't, if it comes with the claw feet, I can put the claw feet in and turn it and
Right.
get it in.
But there's no way they're shipping that with the feet on it.
No,
I wouldn't think so. No, I wouldn't think so.
they're going to be wrapped up in styrofoam that you got to get rid of.
Well,
Russ,
anyway,
Jim
but the bad
Dockrell
thing
said
about it
that
is
you gotta-
it comes with the faucet and everything installed.
Yeah,
I have to
that'll
take that
take a little wiggling.
Take the door off. Take the door jamb
If
off. You'll be fine.
at this point, I'll take the part of the wall out. I have done so much in that bathroom. That's going to be minuscule compared to what.
What's a wall between
Does
friends?
she
huh?
like a sliding barn door on her bathroom?
We can put that up there now.
I
That's
Yeah.
like that idea. Like that
Yeah.
idea.
Make it wider and then just put a sliding barn door
we can
over
do
it.
that now at this point.
I tell you, Russell, the look in your face whenever it asked the measurements, when you were dead stop for a second. So
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I was like, crap, I
Oop.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it doesn't matter at this point because,
Yeah.
I have it. moving that wall, tearing that part out, and then taking the door off, taking the jamb out, and then tearing that wall out, and then moving the tub in and putting the wall back it's minor compared to. I've moved electric, I've moved plumbing. I mean, I've done drywall, I've done everything. That'd be a cinch.
Dave Hart, go through the window.
Yep. The window's smaller than the door ever thought about being.
It's a bathroom.
Yeah, if the faucets are on it and everything, I'll just have to wait till he gets here and see.
Yeah,
If I have
that's
to
all you
take
can do.
I have to take the wall out, I'm taking the wall out. I mean, that's it.
When
I
they
like
design
Ozzy Man.
stuff like that, they design it with doors in mind. It's not going to be a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I like Ozzy Man's reply. His second bathroom is outside. If anyone sees me, that's their bathroom.
Yeah.
My wife was sitting in there when I measured the door. She said, "What are you doing?" And I looked at her and said, "Guess what?" And she goes, "The tub won't fit, will it?" And I said, "Nope."
She knew what's up.
Yeah.
Reciprocating saw, won't you?
Yeah, that's taking that. I mean, it's nothing but a little drywall, and because I'll salvage the jamb in the door. That's no big deal. It's nothing but a little drywall on a couple of studs.
Yeah.
Is that what you told her?
But, yeah.
It's nothing but a little drywall and it's stud, honey.
Well, she's done seen what I've done. I mean, I've already got this. We have had a double sink, so we're going to that single sink, and so I've already tore the sinks and everything out, and I made a little thing out of some 2x4s, and then I cut the countertop where we only had one sink, and I stuck that on top. So we're using a 2x4 with a sink on top of it thing right now to wash our hands and brush our teeth.
Is
Now,
the
the toilet-
wall
Huh?
is the wall that the door is in, is that a load bearing wall?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not a load bearing wall.
'Cause, you know, I could just see that was going to cave, and then you're going to have to replace everything.
No, the toilet, I had to move it. I started that. I told her that we have a hall bathroom. I told her during the daytime, today you're going to have to use the hall bathroom. So I started that morning at 8 o'clock, and I moved the toilet completely and had it hooked back up and working by 4 o'clock that afternoon. So
We did our kitchen. I did like you, Russ. The sink was on sawhorses with 2x4s holding it all up because we had it. The kitchen had to be usable while the renovation was going on.
yes,
So I must have unscrewed the gas line to that stove a dozen times to move it across the room, work behind it. Okay, it's dinner time. Move the stove back, plug it back in.
well, when I went and built this little, it's just I think it took 2 2x4s. There's 4 legs and a cross brace in the front and back, and I designed it so the part of the countertop and the sink that I cut out sit right on top of it.
Yeah.
So when I put that together, I had in mind, I went and bought 2 28-inch flexible tubes for the hot and cold water line, so that when I needed to get behind the sink to do the drywall, all I've got to do is disconnect the P-trap.
Yep.
And I can move that sink without disconnecting the hot and cold water line away from the wall. I can get behind it and do the drywall, and then I can set it back and hook the P-trap up. So I had that in mind. Yeah, I had that in mind when I did that, so it was easy to move so I could get the drywall done.
You know, guys, I live in Kentucky, and 2 2x4s with a sink on top is called a renovation.
There you go, man. Right there.
He's styling with that.
And it's on the
airs,
back
aren't
porch.
Oh, Chris Nealon's out there, and he made the comment. He said he's missed most of the show, but I have a good reason. In the next few hours, I will finally be a grandfather.
Oh, cool.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congrats.
Well, you won't be doing any woodworking for a while.
Nope.
Steve, do you banjos in the background playing?
Dockrell says you only need to know 3 things to be a plumber. Poop runs downhill, pay Thursday, and don't put your fingers in your mouth.
The sage advice of Jim Dockrell.
Oh, goodness.
My wife laughed at me because she did not know this. When you're doing sewage, there is a specific, I think it's 1/8 inch for every 10 feet or something, but it's it might not be exactly that, but it's a very slow slope. And the reason being is because you want the water to run the same speed as the poop, because if you get too high of a slope, the water will outrun the poop and leave it in the pipe.
Yeah.
So
Now, there's some knowledge you're not going to get everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't
You
think
heard
I
it here
needed to
first.
know that.
That's what the show is all about, right?
so
We got the real poop on that right there.
Yeah.
you have to
Straight
be
poop.
very careful
Busting
when you're
guys.
installing that pipe, because of you have to make it sure that it's the right.
So crap runs downhill just as long as the water don't beat it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep.
My neighbor's having a party and I wasn't invited. I'm annoyed.
Baby rattles. Too much information, Russ. And Jim Docker wants to know, is that for both floaters and sinkers?
It's going downhill quick, Russ.
Tune in.
Yes, it is.
Aussie Man says, tune into the Russ Show for poo information. No, I know a lot about I've done plumbing all my life. I mean, but you definitely have to know that. One thing that was nice is when I moved my toilet, it was straight in line with the same pipe. It wasn't had to be moved forward or backward. It just had to be moved 10 inches to the left, in other words. So that made it real nice. I was actually able to salvage all the piping and the toilet flange from the floor. All I had to do was cut out a section of the pipe and put a union in it and put it back together. So it worked out really well.
I mean, is my least favorite thing to do. In my 50, 60 years of life, I've never put a connection in a pipe together that didn't leak. I'm still waiting for the first one.
You don't know how to do it then.
You're right. That's why
See, I didn't mind the plumbing. It's the electrical I won't screw with.
the electrical.
I'm the opposite of that. Yeah.
Now, my
I do
theory is you screw up the plumbing, you get wet. That's the worst case scenario. You screw up the electrical, you burn the house down.
My fear is the gas lines.
Well, yeah, that's a given. I let the
I'll
plumber
never
do
touch
that.
gas.
I do it all. I do the electrical, the plumbing, everything.
Yeah. When we did
What I
our
used to
kitchen,
do-
I had to move the sink across the room. It's a 150-year-old house. There were so many layers of floor. I burned out 3 batteries on the drill trying to drill the lines for the PEX to go through.
Wow.
I wound up getting out the old hand crank bit brace,
There
sitting
you
on
go.
the sink doing this for about 20 minutes until I finally broke through the basement. So,
Oh my goodness. Did y'all
it
read
took
what-
forever, but I tell you, that bit brace made the cleanest hole I have ever seen in my life. Nice sharp bit, it went right through.
Guess the slow speed helped as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's that. But man, I was very
you gotta
impressed
go
with
slow.
the old tools. Did a better job than the power tools did.
Yeah, you got to go slow speed.
Yep. So-
Did y'all see what Aussie Man posted in the chat?
Yeah,
No,
Oh.
I would like that one.
Even the Klingons.
Even the Klingons.
Oh, we still talking about poop? Is that it?
Well,
Well, here's what
Klingons
it
are
says.
all about
Aussie
poop.
Man put out there in the chat. Everybody can read it, so it doesn't matter. He's talking about the Star Trek.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I said
Yeah. Even the Klingons that circle around Uranus will wash down the poop pipe.
they're in the Kuiper Belt somewhere.
So he's talking about Star Trek, the Klingons.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Oh, George Takei joined the show. Did you hear him?
Oh my.
Oh, my.
Yeah, for a quick second, I was about to go look.
I don't have a Klingon sound bite. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
you'll have to get one.
I am not a merry man. Do
Yeah.
you remember when Worf said that?
Yep.
All right. So before we get off of here, it's 9:00. Steve, if you want to go over your, so that people that have joined us at the last, your little contest again, real quick.
Hang on just a second. I'll do another quick screen share.
No problem.
Try to keep you guys from.
Is there a brush holder there, Al?
I need a real good green screen is what I need.
Yeah. And
The
watch
one I'm
what colors
sharing,
you put
Russ.
up.
Yes, you're sharing. Go ahead.
real quick, just a simple, what I call a pop-up contest, because there's real no thought put into it, but you can build a couple of these sets or one set or however many you want to build of these little Acrobat stackers. Let your children or your grandchildren stack them up into an interesting, or I especially would like to see how tall somebody could make them. This one would be considered 1, 2, 3, 4 stories. This one would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories. And these are pretty steady, even at 5 stories tall. It takes a little bit of movement to knock them over. So I think you could get pretty tall. But anyway, if you do this, do what? Oh, it's 1/2 inch thick.
How thick?
1/2 inch thick.
1/2 inch, right?
And I thought about making them out of 1/4 inch because I knew it would be more difficult, but I also knew I had to take a picture of it and I didn't want to spend all night getting them stacked up. So, but anyway, if you take a picture of this and send it to contest@stevedgood.com, my wife will pick the 10 top based on whatever she wants to base it on. And then I'll just randomly draw from those 10. And the winner will get one of these little shuffleboard / curling tabletop games.
Neat.
That's neat.
And by the way, that's US only because I can't afford to ship international. So
is there a limit to how many of the little guys you make for this?
No, you can make as many as you want, but you've only got a week. So, and it took, believe it or not, this is about as simple of a project as you could cut on the scroll saw. And it is like probably 45 minutes to cut them. So, you only got a week. So, but anyway, that's what I got, Russ. And thanks for having me on tonight and for all the interesting woodworking topics we talked about. I enjoyed it.
And even the plumbing projects.
Yeah.
I got to go back for a second. Jim Dockrell said this show has gone to crap. Dave Hart wants to know how wide my front door is. My front door is 36 inch. So it don't. All the house.
Everybody's worried about the bathroom door.
Yes, the bathroom door is the problem.
You'll be knocking holes in all the walls.
Yeah, once I get it here, once I get the tub here, that's when I'll know what I have to do. Because if, like Steve says, it comes and it doesn't have the claw feet on it, it's pretty good. I'll just take the faucet and everything off and turn it sideways and take it in.
Hey, Russ, here's my theory on walls. And I think this is accurate. I was in a room one time that only had one exit and no windows. And somebody asked me, if there's a fire in this room and it's over by the door, how are you going to get out? I said, well, I'm going to go that way. They said, well, that's a wall. Trust me, you can go through a wall with no problem.
Yeah.
Yes. If it's a dry wall, you can go through it without any problem.
Even if it's brick on the outside, you're going to get through.
Yeah, I can kick through drywall without any problem.
Yeah. So walls are not a problem.
No, that's what I said. Even if it comes without the feet, no problem. I'll turn it because I'll remove the faucet and everything before I put it in, and I'll slide it right through. If it comes with the feet, then I'll just take the jamb out, take the door off. I'll take my saws off. Cut a couple of 2x4s out. Probably only one. Well, it'd be a jack and a stud. So yeah, cut those out, and no problem. A little drywall mud and a little texture. I've got a texture machine. I've got drywall mud. I've got all the tools. A little drywall mud and paint. You'll never even know it was moved.
Al, is that bad with a brush holder?
Yeah, that's a brush holder. It was 3D printed. It says Kapla in Klingon. Aussie Man was asking to show it. And,
that's cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I like that. What does Kapla mean in Klingon? Poop? Sounds like that's what it sounds like when it hits the water. Kaplop.
Oh God. It's like
oh yes,
successor or
JJE has joined us, and he said, "Steve, thank you for the awesome scroll saw patterns."
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
Yes, he does. I don't know how he does as many as he does and how he does it as fast as he does. And he still produces. I have a hard time producing a newsletter once a month, and he produces one every day.
And let me explain something to you, Russ. When I stay up all night working on these patterns, and then you call me at sun up to get me out of bed to tell me to come on the show, just not right, man. What time did you call me this morning?
No, now that's
The sun just barely came up.
bull crap. I called you at here. I'll tell you exactly what time I called
Geez,
you.
Russ, you should at least send him
You're
a
gonna
note
get
with
it.
coffee
In the
and
morning.
donuts.
Are you nocturnal, Steve?
Yes, very much.
Are you?
He called me at noon today, and I had just woken up. That tells you.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Noon.
I called you at 11:47.
Yep. That's what I said. Crack of dawn.
Hey Russ, just for the future, don't call me at 7 your time. Okay?
Yeah. Russ,
No,
what you
I
gotta do is
usually-
send over an order of coffee and donuts before you call him.
I usually wait until like after 1, but I was thinking to myself, I better call him a little early just to make sure he's available because there's some
Find
other
something
things
else.
I was thinking about doing. But as soon as he answered the phone, he went, "Hello, Russ," and I went like, "Oh crap, did I wake you up?" And he goes, "No, I've been awake for about 20 seconds."
20 seconds. Yeah.
Hey, Steve, when you work, did you work days or nights?
Both. We were on call every fourth day to where we worked 24-hour shifts. So it screwed my sleep patterns. And then once I retired, it just went all to crap. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
See-
I've been off for this summer and I've been going to bed at 3:00 in the morning. It's,
Yeah.
Oh,
See, I've gotten up at like 5 most of my working life.
yeah.
And now that we're working from home, I am getting so used to sleeping until 8:00.
Yeah.
And
I still get up around 5 or
the
5:30.
one day I have to go in, it's a killer. I got to get up at 5 to shower and get out the door. It's like,
Well,
what happened to us is every once in a while we would work 48 hours straight, and it affected my sleep so bad. And I don't know if it's trauma or stress or what causes it, but I can lay down and I don't go to sleep. I pass out. I can literally be asleep in 10 seconds after I hit
Yeah.
the pillow.
here, same here.
So
I've
it's
had those
weird
days,
how
yep.
it changed me.
But I'm usually in bed by 9.
No way.
Watch TV a little bit, and then fall asleep. And by 10 o'clock, I'm definitely asleep. But by 5 or 5:30, I'm up.
I might not even be home by 9:00 at night.
Oh, I'm in bed by 9. It's very rare for me to stay up past 9 o'clock.
I start on my daily pattern, Russ, at about 11:30.
Wow.
That's when I start.
Two things worthy of note is Aussie Man informed Luann Pierce, who joined us, that she missed all the poop jokes.
Yeah. You got to scroll back up, Luann.
Yep. And she said that she's an RN, and so she's seen enough poop in her life.
they do.
And then they proceeded to tell her that I bought a bathtub that won't fit through my bathroom door.
So that just about summarizes the whole night.
Exactly. That's the
Does
show
that
in a
go back
nutshell.
to that old song? It came in through the bathroom window.
She came in through
Through the back room window.
Well, when my wife bought our bedroom set, it came with, it's a 4-post
Third pillow?
bedroom. The posts were so long that I couldn't get them in the house. We literally had to open the big window. I got a big window in our bedroom. We had to open the big window and take the screen out, and had 2 people standing outside pushing them in, and 2 of us inside pulling them through the window. That's how we got them in there. So,
Russ, we used to take, when I was working, we would take machines that would weigh a half a ton to 3/4 of a ton, and we would hire a crane to take them through downtown up second and third story windows.
yeah.
And one day we had a delivery crew that decided they were going to put this thing on dollies and take it. It was one of the smaller ones. It was probably 1/4 of a ton. And they took it up these steps. And when they got to about the 3rd or 4th step from the top, they lost control.
Oh,
That machine went back down the steps, went through the front wall and out into the middle of the street.
500 pounds is awesome that way.
yeah.
At high speed and gravity, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The guy that
There you
was
go.
behind it, pushing it, somehow or another didn't get hurt.
Wow.
They don't know if he jumped over it or if it bounced over him or what happened, but he
Probably got pushed out of the way by it. Just
Oh,
The
once he
stairway-
felt the tension change, he got the hell out of the way.
yeah, the stairway wasn't that wide. I mean, it was a commercial stairway, so it was wider than a residential, but still, how he got around that thing, I have no idea.
Luckily for him.
Baker 238 Deloach says he wants to see a pic of the tub when it's done. Also, I will show pictures of the finished bathroom.
I want video of it going through the door.
Hey, Russ,
Yeah, me too.
Russ, preferably when it's not being used. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no! That'd be great. Russ in a bubble bath with. See, I got it in here.
I will have my wife video me in the bubble bath. I'll put
There you
plenty
go.
of bubbles so you can't see anything.
We don't want to see anything, don't we? Don't worry about it.
Let's see.
I can see it now. It's a new show, Bathing with Russ.
Yeah. But yes, like I said, taking a stud out around and putting the door back in, that ain't nothing compared to what I've done so far. That I'll have that out quicker than
It's just one more thing to add to your list of things.
yeah, it's
to do.
quicker
There you
than you can shake your.
You know what the worst part of that is, Russ? When
Booty.
your wife walks in and says, "Didn't you measure that first?"
No,
That's the worst part.
no, she didn't say that. She realized when I walked in there what I was doing. She went like, at first she goes, "Is your show over?" And I said, "No." And she goes, "What are you doing?" And she's seen the tape measure come out, and she's seen the scanner, and she goes,
Oh no!
"It's the tub, right? It won't fit." So it's like I said, it's no big. Everything that I have done in that bathroom, this is minor. So.
Yeah. Amy and I have those moments too where I'll stop and have to go measure something.
Yeah.
It suddenly dawned on me.
Now the
damn it, I never
shower,
checked
the shower I wasn't worried about because the shower is in 3 pieces. I've got the pan, the walls, and the doors, so that's not a big deal.
So this is a big room. You got a separate shower?
We had that. Our bathroom is 8'3" by 14 foot.
Holy crap, Batman!
Yeah, that's a big bathroom. Yeah, it's
I
got
think that big.
we're gonna have a 38-inch shower. That sink that I showed you. I'm building a small linen closet in there, and then we're gonna have the toilet and that big bathtub. It's all going in there, and still plenty of room to walk around without any problem.
I think our master bath is like 7 by 10, maybe
Yeah.
12.
You know, that's
Yes.
the way it used to be years ago. All bathrooms were small. Now these new
Yeah.
home builds, they all have these big, huge bathrooms.
I've seen a lot of bathrooms like 5 by, but reason I say 5 is because a normal tub, like for a normal house, is only
Yeah.
5 foot. So they'd make the bathroom 5 foot wide,
Yeah.
and then make it like 7 or 8 foot long, so that you
Right.
get the toilet beside the tub and the sink beside the toilet. So they're all right there together.
And when we were young, having an ensuite was almost unheard of.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody had an ensuite.
But yes, our bedroom is 28 by 14. No, 16. 28 by 16. So we got a huge bedroom. I told my wife I'm getting too old for this because I got to chase her around too long. It tires me out.
Here you bro. That's my excuse too.
Yep.
I
But
just
I
realized I got to go to the beer store tomorrow.
Yeah. What I used to do all night long takes me all night long to do now.
Yeah. I never
So-
thought I'd be saying that, but I'm starting to feel it.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. We've had the jokes are getting boring. Nobody's laughing anymore.
We will be when you show that video dragging that tub through the doorway.
Can everybody get their thumbs up in?
I hope so.
Thumbs up, boys and girls. Thumbs up.
Yep, thumbs up.
That's it.
But I had a good time. Thank you all.
Thumbs
Thank
up in Klingon, Al.
Not
For-
bad. We got 24 people still here and 20 people hit a thumbs up.
Thank you, Brenda and Paul and
Thank
Al
you.
and Jim and Steve and Matt and
Great to be here.
Chris
Great.
for being here. I appreciate it very much, and thank for all y'all for being out there. And I've tried to go back through the chat and keep all y'all. Oh, Javi's Woodshop joined us. I did
Hey,
not.
Javi.
I did
Hey,
not
get him
see
on
Javi
some
come
night.
in.
Javi.
Javi stuck through the back door, so we didn't see him.
Yeah, Javi in some night. I like watching
Javi
his
is an
web his
affiliate
videos.
of my course I created.
No, can't thumbs up. You're right.
Tell us about your course.
Chris Nealon says can't thumb up on Twitch.
No, you can't thumbs up on Twitch. I'll forgive you for that.
Steve, my
Hey,
course
Matt,
is,
tell us about your course.
the course is about YouTube. It is how to make searchable videos that people watch the whole way through. And it has a marketing component to grow your channel. The marketing component is a one-time $15 cost. Those are what I call premium videos, but there's 32 other videos on how to set up a channel. It goes through all of the bells and whistles and knobs and switches to get your channel all configured. It goes about how to create videos and how to upload them and do all the metadata and do the research and the thumbnails and the titles.
Cool.
It's cool. It's
Yep,
cool. And it's on allthingsyoutube.com. Now the free videos are also on the YouTube channel, All Things YouTube.
It's
And,
allthingsvideo.com. Is that what you said?
All Things YouTube.
All things.
Allthingsyoutube.com. And yeah, it's cool. And I figured out how to do affiliates. So if you want to get with me, I can set you up with an affiliate account. And then as students join the premium, you'll get a cut.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going good. You know, I've got
Go watch them.
students are jumping on it. Free training. Who doesn't want free training?
Yeah.
Go watch them, mateys.
Dave Hart over there on Twitch said, "Thank you, Steve Good, the godfather of Scroll."
Indeed.
I like that.
I like that. The Godfather of Scroll.
Godfather.
Man. Hey, Godfather.
Javi said you're being weird, Al.
And that's different. How?
We'd be worried if he wasn't.
It's a normal night here.
Yep. All right. Once again, thank y'all for all being out there chat. I've tried to get everybody in there. Leonard Davis says, if I'm going to win the contest, I'll have to watch Matt. I'm not sure what that meant.
Not sure either.
Yeah, I don't understand what that means. But there's only one thing.
Which contest?
Yeah, well, there's only one thing we've got left to do. And that is, if you're too darn busy to get out in your shop and make some sawdust, you're just too darn busy. Just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust, all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and God bless.
Night, y'all.
Remember, boys and girls, you don't have to go home. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here and wear your mask.